So how does that work? Well, it's a little bit more obvious with insecurity or low self-esteem, for example. Literally, low self-esteem is a lack of love of yourself. That's literally what it is. If you're worried about your physical appearance, you think your nose is too big, your teeth are too crooked, or you don't like some freckle on your face or whatever it is, some feature of your body. Most of us, have something about our bodies that we wish was better. And then we live with that for our whole life and we suffer through it. Every time we look in the mirror, it's like, oh man, my nose, my eyes, my ears are too long, or whatever it is for you. Hair isn't the way you want it to be. Luckily, I don't have that problem. So in this case, how do you apply self-love? Well, you see, you're never going to fix your low self-esteem externally. You're never going to fix your confidence problem or your physical appearance problem by changing your nose, changing your ears, changing your hair. I mean, you can try, and people do that, but it doesn't ultimately work. Because even if you fix one thing, there's still going to be something else about you that you can't fix. You can't fix everything. Even if you get a nose job, there's going to be something about you can't change. See? And even if you do change it, and even if it looks good now, okay, maybe you do a lot of cosmetic work on your face, you spend thousands of dollars doing this stuff, and then you're like, well, Leo, look, I improved myself and now I have high self-esteem because finally I look the way I should. Okay, but what happens in 20 years when you lose your good looks due to just natural aging? What happens if you get in a car accident and suffer some scar? What if you get some disease that creates some, disfigurement in your body or in your face? What then? Then you're shattered. You see, you're shattered. You're going to be lower than you were when you started. Because there are going to be situations in life where you can't change it. Some things you can change, but a lot of things you can't change. And up to this point in your life, you've been playing the game of manipulating life to get the stuff that you want and then creating happiness that way. But this is a fool's errand. You can't always win with this strategy. In fact, you're guaranteed to lose. Right? So if you really want to address the issue of low self-esteem, are you tired of having low self-esteem? Are you tired of worrying about your physical appearance every time you look in the mirror? Are you tired of not being confident around people because you worry that you're too short or that you're too hairy or that whatever? You're too bald. And because of this, you can't talk to that girl you want to talk to. She rejects you and this is how you feel. And you don't feel good because when you go and you try on clothes at the department store, you're putting on jeans, but they look fat on you because you're worried about your weight and all this sort of stuff. And it's just, you're going through this, and this has been happening to you your whole life, basically. See? And then not only that, but then you judge other people as well. And then that creates suffering for you as well. Because it's not only that you think that other people judge you for being fat or being ugly, you yourself judge other people for being fat and being ugly or whatever. Which, of course, these are two sides of the same coin. If you didn't judge others, you wouldn't judge yourself. And if you didn't judge yourself, you wouldn't judge others. So here, what's necessary to really address this issue at the root is to really accept yourself. Start to accept yourself, and not just accept yourself, but to realize the beauty of what you are. This machine, this biological machine made out of consciousness that you are, that you can see in the mirror when you see your reflection. This is an amazing creation. It's an amazing thing, but you overlook it because you're so busy with these social games that you want to play. See? So here, self-love is the answer. But of course, you're not just loving yourself as a human body. That's, of course, a good starting place. And, you could actually literally practice this. You could stand in front of a mirror for 5 minutes every morning for the next month and just look at yourself in the mirror and just fall in love with yourself. That's a good exercise. Practice that. But beyond that, to really fulfill the actualization of self-love here, you're going to have to fall in love not just with your physical body, because that's a small part of yourself. That's not the true self. That's a part of the self, but that's just a tiny piece of it. The true self is the entire universe. So literally, when we're talking about self-love, we're talking about falling in love with the entire universe as it is. Not as you fantasize it to be, but as it is. That, of course, includes your body, but that includes the body of your spouse, the body of your girlfriend or your boyfriend. And not just their body, but their personality, how they are. And not just that, but countries, political parties. Love that too, because these countries and political parties are also part of the self. They're part of the universe. Just replace the word self with the word universe. Is it a part of the universe? Well, everything is, by definition. Then that is you. That is the true self. So love that. And what does it mean to love that? It means to look at it and to appreciate its beauty. To accept it, not only to accept it, but to embrace it and to recognize and to become conscious of how amazing it is, how magical it is that this thing exists and that this thing is you. Really what you're doing as you're practicing self-love, it's sort of like we're taking the same situation that's happening in the mirror every morning, when you look at yourself. And maybe sometimes you look in the mirror and you say, oh, I look good today. I look handsome. I look attractive. I look sexy, whatever. My ass looks good. My muscles look good. My face, my beard looks good today. I've done my hair. It looks nice today. That. And then for a brief moment, you like yourself. Maybe you even love yourself for a brief moment. Well, what I'm saying is that we're trying to get that little sliver of love that you normally feel once a month or whatever in your life for a brief second or for a minute. We're taking that. Or like, for example, when someone pays you a compliment, maybe some attractive person finds you attractive and they say, oh, I like your purse, I like your shoes, I like your, I like your face. People give you compliments, and then when you get that compliment, you feel really good because now you can love yourself because they gave a little love to you. Well, we're taking that dynamic of looking in the mirror at ourselves and we're expanding that to the entire universe. You are the universe looking at itself. Everything is your own reflection. People, trees, cars, animals, countries, planets, stars, all of it is your own reflection. This is your own body or mind that you are inside of. The entire universe is part of your own mind. And so really what self-love is, it's the practice of the appreciation of your infinite mind, which is generating this amazing show, this amazing dream that we're in, that it's generating. You're generating it. You don't know how you're generating it, but you are. And the more conscious you become, the more you realize how amazing it is that all of this is generated by you and is you. See? That then puts into proper perspective and context your physical body. Because so long as you're preoccupied and only looking at your physical body as yourself, there can't be a deep love there. Because you're judging your body as to what it can do for you. Like, well, can my body perform sex? Can my body attract the right man? Can my body land me a marriage? Can my body perform the kind of work it needs to do or whatever? This is all within the realm of survival, and this is not true love. This is all conditional love. What we're looking for here is unconditional love. Love for a thing simply for its existence, not dependent on what it can do for you.